Ever had a song stuck in your head that just won't let go? Blondie's Call Me is like that. But dig a little deeper, and there's so much more going on beneath that addictive beat. It's a song about obsession, desire, and the thrill of being wanted, no matter the cost. Today, let's break down why this track isn't just a new wave anthem, but a razor sharp look at love, power, and the games we play in the name of both. Stick around, you might never hear it the same way again. The verse starts with "Color me your color, baby, color me your car." At first glance, this line feels playful, almost like a game of dress up or branding. The speaker is asking to be colored by someone else, essentially to be marked or claimed by them. The mention of coloring the car adds a layer of personalization, like someone customizing their belongings to reflect their identity. It's as if the speaker is saying, "Make me yours, show me off, let me belong to you." Next, "Color me your color, darling, I know who you are," suggests that this isn't just a superficial request. The speaker already has a sense of the other person's identity. Their color might symbolize their personality, vibe, or even reputation. By asking to be colored the same way, the speaker is aligning themselves with this person, maybe even embracing their world. Then, "Come up off your color chart" feels like a challenge or an invitation to step outside the usual boundaries. A color chart is a predefined palette, something rigid and controlled. The speaker is asking the other person to break free from their usual patterns, to stop sticking to the script. It's like saying, "Stop playing it safe, show me something real." Finally, "I know where you're coming from" wraps it up with a sense of understanding. The speaker isn't just blindly following, they get the other person's motivations or background. This line adds confidence to the verse, as if the speaker is saying, "I see you, and I'm still here, asking to be part of your world." Overall, this verse plays with themes of identity, ownership, and intimacy. It's about wanting to be claimed by someone while also recognizing who they truly are. The repetition of "color me" makes it feel almost like a mantra, a desire to be shaped by another person's influence. It's seductive but also assertive, blending vulnerability with control. The chorus is all about urgency, availability, and a kind of seductive demand. It's not just a simple invitation, it's a command to be contacted, almost like the speaker is insisting, "I'm here whenever you want me, no matter what." The repetition of "call me" over and over makes it feel obsessive, like the speaker is fixated on this connection and won't let go. The lines "call me on the line, call me anytime" suggest total openness, no restrictions, no rules. The speaker is making themselves completely accessible, which could be read as romantic, desperate, or even a little controlling, depending on how you look at it. There's also a slight techie, mechanical vibe with "On the Line," which fits the song's new wave era where phones and communication were becoming more central to relationships. When the lyrics say, "I'll arrive," it adds a sense of immediacy, like the speaker is ready to drop everything and show up at a moment's notice. This could be thrilling, like a passionate, spontaneous romance, or maybe a little intense, like someone who doesn't respect boundaries. The later line, "When you're ready, we can share the wine," softens it a bit, adding a touch of romance and leisure, but the overall tone is still, "I'm here whenever you decide." Things get more interesting with the line, call me into overtime. This could be a playful sexual metaphor, like the speaker is willing to go beyond the regular hours for this person. But it could also just mean they're ready to put in extra effort to be more than just a casual fling. Then there's call me for your lover's alibi, which is a wild, mysterious line. It suggests secrecy, maybe even infidelity, like the speaker is offering to cover for someone to be their hidden escape. The phrase, call me in a sweet design, is more abstract. It could mean being called in a way that's carefully crafted, almost like a fantasy. The whole chorus feels like a mix of seduction, obsession, and a promise of no strings attached availability. It's not just I like you, it's I'm at your service whenever, however you need me. Whether that's romantic, sexy, or a little unhealthy depends on how you interpret it, but it's definitely intense. Verse 2 dives deeper into themes of desire, luxury, and emotional confusion, mixing passion with a sense of something hidden or unspoken. The opening line, cover me with kisses, baby, cover me with love, is all about craving affection, but there's an almost desperate edge to it. The repetition of cover me makes it sound like the speaker wants to be overwhelmed, even drowned in love, as if they're trying to fill some kind of void. It's not just about romance, it's about consumption, like love is something you can smother yourself in. Then comes roll me in designer sheets, I'll never get enough, which adds a layer of luxury and excess. Designer sheets aren't just fancy, they're a status symbol, something glamorous and expensive. Rolling around in them feels indulgent, almost decadent, like the speaker is chasing a high that's both physical and material. The phrase, I'll never get enough, hints at insatiability. This isn't just a pleasure, it's an addiction. There's a hunger here that goes beyond simple attraction. The next line, emotions come, I don't know why, introduces a sense of confusion. Despite all the passion and luxury, the speaker doesn't fully understand their own feelings. It's like they're caught up in the moment, swept away by desire, but there's no deeper clarity. This could suggest a relationship built on intensity rather than real emotional grounding. Something hot and heavy, but maybe not entirely stable. Finally, cover up love's alibi brings back that theme of secrecy from the chorus. An alibi is an excuse, a cover story. So this line makes it sound like love here isn't entirely honest. Maybe it's an affair, maybe it's just lust disguised as love, but there's something being hidden. The word cover ties back to the first line, creating a loop. First, the speaker wants to be covered in kisses, and now they're talking about covering up the truth. It's like the whole relationship is wrapped in layers: fabric, kisses, and lies. Overall, this verse paints a picture of a relationship that's all about surface level intensity: kisses, designer sheets, and overwhelming emotions, but with something darker lurking underneath. It's passionate, but maybe a little hollow, thrilling, but possibly unsustainable. The speaker seems lost in the rush of it all, not fully in control, and that's what makes it so intriguing. The bridge takes the song's themes of desire and availability and cranks them up into an almost mythic level. This isn't just about a phone call anymore, it's about love as a universal language, something that transcends borders and rules. The line, he speaks the language of love, turns the subject of the song into something larger than life, a kind of romantic polymath who can seduce anyone, anywhere. It's playful but also a little fantastical, like this person isn't just charming. They are fluent in the concept of love itself. Then things get even more international with amore, chiamami, Italian for love, call me, and appelle-moi mon chéri, French for call me my darling. By slipping into different languages, the song suggests that this kind of longing isn't tied to one place or culture. It's a feeling everyone understands. But there's also something performative about it, like the speaker is showing off their own sophistication or the lover's global appeal. It's flirtatious, a little over the top, and very blondie, mixing high romance with a wink. The last lines, anytime, any place, anywhere, anyway. Anytime, any place, anywhere, any day, anyway, are where the bridge really drives home its point. This isn't just about being available. It's about being available without limits. The repetition of any makes it sound like the speaker is tearing down every possible boundary. Time, location, circumstance, you name it. It's reckless in the best way, like they're saying, rules don't apply to us. But there's also a hint of exhaustion in that relentlessness. How long can you sustain a love that demands total, constant access? Put it all together, and the bridge turns the song into a whirlwind of passion and possibility. It's romantic, but also slightly unreal, like a fantasy of love without consequences. The mix of languages and the unstoppable anytime, anywhere energy make it feel like the speaker is chasing something just out of reach. Or maybe they've already caught it and they're daring the world to try and stop them. Either way, it's a rush. Verse 3 shifts into themes of image, performance, and power dynamics, blending the glitz of the era with a sharp commentary on identity and control. The opening lines, take me out and show me off, and put me on the scene, paint the speaker as both a prize and a prop, someone who wants to be displayed like a status symbol. There is a duality here. On one hand, it's empowering. Look at me, I'm the star. But on the other, it feels transactional, like the speaker's value is tied to being seen with the right person in the right places. It's a very 1980s idea: fame, nightlife, and the thrill of being part of the scene. The line, dress me in the fashions of the 1980s, is a cheeky meta moment, almost breaking the fourth wall. Blondie was a defining act of the era, and this lyric winks at the idea of playing a role, of being styled to fit a specific time and aesthetic. But it also hints at artificiality. Fashion is temporary, a costume, and the speaker is asking to be wrapped in it, as if they're aware they're part of a larger cultural performance. It's not just about clothes, it's about the persona that comes with them. Then comes you're a man, no in between, which cuts sharper. This could mean a few things. Maybe the person being addressed is all confidence, no hesitation, a classic alpha type. Or maybe it's a dig at rigid masculinity, the kind that doesn't allow for vulnerability. Either way, it sets up a power dynamic. The speaker is letting this man define the terms, but there's tension in that acknowledgement. Finally, you know what your words can mean, lands like a warning. It suggests that this man isn't just charming, he's calculated. Words aren't just words here. They're tools, weapons, or promises with weight. The speaker is aware of the influence this person holds, and there's a quiet tension in that awareness. Is it admiration, caution, resignation? The line leaves it open, but it underscores that this relationship isn't just passion. It's a game where language and image matter. Overall, This verse feels like a negotiation between visibility and control. The speaker wants to be seen, even celebrated, but there's an undercurrent of being used, whether for status, for fashion, or for someone else's ego. It's glamorous but sharp, like a night out that's as much about performance as it is about pleasure. The 1980s backdrop isn't just setting, it's a part of the story, a world where identity is something you put on and take off, and love might just be another scene to dominate. The breakdown section is where the song fully embraces its hypnotic, almost primal energy. It's less about structured storytelling and more about raw, rhythmic seduction. The repeated call me aha lines act like a chant, creating a sense of obsession or compulsion. The playful, breathy laughter, mixed with the command to call me, gives off a vibe of teasing confidence, like the speaker is both in control and lost in the thrill of the chase. It's flirtatious, but also demanding, blurring the line between invitation and command. When the lyrics shift to call me my sleek designs, there's a sudden touch of modernity and precision. Sleek designs could hint at something engineered, like a sports car, a high-tech gadget, or even the polished allure of the speaker themselves. It's a metaphor for something stylish, efficient, and irresistible, reinforcing the idea that the speaker is a product of desire, tailor-made for the person they're addressing. The line, call me for a ride, call me inside, doubles down on this with ride carrying a cheeky double entendre. It's both literal, take me somewhere, and suggestive, let's go all the way. The repetition of all night, all day amplifies the song's central theme of limitless availability, but here it feels more urgent, almost frantic. The breakdown's fragmented, gasping phrases mimic the rhythms of desire itself, breathless, unstructured, and relentless. There's no coherent narrative in this section, just pure sensation, which mirrors the way infatuation can reduce language to sighs and moans. Ultimately, the breakdown strips the song down to its most instinctual core. It's not about love letters or deep conversations. It's about the magnetic pull between two people, the kind that turns words into sounds and wants into commands. The speaker isn't just asking to be called, they are embedding themselves in the listener's mind like a mantra, something impossible to ignore. It's the musical equivalent of a whispered, you know you want to. The outro serves as both a culmination and a feverish repetition of the song's central themes: obsession, availability, and blurred boundaries between love and performance. The recurring line, call me in my life, suggests an all encompassing demand for presence, as if the speaker isn't just asking for phone calls, but for complete immersion in their world. There's a possessive edge here, like they're saying, I'm not just an option, I'm the main event. Yet, the phrase anytime maintains that signature open door policy, reinforcing the idea that this relationship operates on a whim with no rules or restrictions. The return of I'll arrive echoes earlier choruses, but now it feels more like a promise or a threat of inevitability. The speaker isn't just waiting, they're insisting they'll show up unannounced and unstoppable. Call Me for Some Overtime reappears once again, playing with the idea of labor and reward, as if love is a job that demands extra hours. This could imply devotion, but it could also hint at exhaustion. How much longer can this intensity last before it burns out? The mention of My sleek designs ties back to the breakdown, but here it feels more personal, almost like the speaker is flaunting their own crafted allure. They're not just available, they're designed to be irresistible, a product of their own making. Yet, the most intriguing line, "Call me for your lover's alibi," drops like a bombshell. It's a mouthful, but it cements the song's undertones of secrecy and infidelity. The speaker isn't just a lover, they're a co conspirator, someone who enables deception. It's a dark twist suggesting that this call me fantasy isn't just about passion, it's about complicity. As the outro spirals into fragmented oohs and repetitions, the lyrics lose coherence, mirroring the way desire can dissolve logic. The speaker's demands become a loop, as if they're stuck in their own mantra of need. By the end, "Call Me in My Life" feels less like an invitation and more like a spell, an incantation to keep the connection alive, even if it's built on half truths and sleepless nights. The outro doesn't resolve anything, it just lingers, leaving the listener as addicted and unsettled as the relationship it describes.